is there anything else other than stand-up or other than entertainment? Probably not. So what I want to do, shout out to Mary Lindsay, who is the mother of comedy, not just Chicago comedy, but just Black comedy, period. If you know, she was the owner of Jokes and Notes and All Jokes Aside down at the Cotton Club, who there's so many greats that owe, their success to her, the Deion Coles, the D-Rays, the Bernie Macs, the Vanessa Fractions, like that's where it started. I want to, because now we don't have a Black comedy club in Chicago. We don't have a place that we can call home. Shout out to Damon, who does his best with riddles, but we don't have anywhere that we can call home when the NBC execs come or Just for Laughs. They don't come. There's nowhere for them to see us. Now we have to battle and go north. And Chicago comedy is very segregated. Doesn't have to be, but it's very segregated. People know if you want white comedy, you go to the north side. If you want Black comedy, you go to the south side. Comics know. If you're doing comedy for money, you do it on the south side. If you're doing it for opportunity, you do it on the north side. Well, I do a show on the last Monday of every month called the Crosstown Comedy Classic. I take 3 comics from the north side and 3 comics from the south side, and I put them all on one stage. Because why are we afraid to go into these other clubs? And if you know anything about Black comics in Chicago, the reason that I want to open a comedy club is because, number one, we don't have a home. And because we don't have a home, we do comedy in lots of places that don't nobody want no fucking comedy at. Like, we go right into the sports bar and be like, hey, turn them TVs off. And they're like, bitch, the game is on. It's a Super Bowl, So if you know anything about our comedy, when you go anywhere in the country and they talk about Black comics from Chicago, if you can do comedy in Chicago, you can go anywhere. Because you're a monster now, because you got to go in and create and build your character first. Because if you ain't funny, the only thing worse than a boo to a comic is silence. Oh, that'll make you want to jump off the red line. Like, that will make your heart hurt. Like, if you on stage and you giving it your best and somebody go and start looking in their phone, that will kill your soul. So you have to say, hey, I'm right here. Listen to me, motherfuckers. Now they listening, you better give them something to listen to. Because they didn't come here to hear no comedy. They came to max some bitches. They came to get drunk. They came for a birthday party for some bitch that they don't even like. They came to watch TV. So I want to open a comedy club. But everything in its time. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm pollinating the country and making the relationships. So when I finally sit down and open it, I can call Said, or I can call D-Ray, I could call Lil Rail. So everything in its time. I'm not ready to do it now because I want to tour. I want to do a big tour. Like, I want to do a big, because people are like, how can you get bigger than Monique? I don't know that you can. I just think it's different levels. Like, it's different directions. So we'll see. Social media for comedy or for entertainment is just like for everything else. You had 8-track, you had the tape deck, you had the CD, you had streaming, like you went right to Sirius satellite radio. And that is just another form of comedy. It's like you got stand-up, you got improv, you got sketch comedy, and now you have internet comedy. The problem is not with the internet comics, because they do what they do and people love it because it's the new age. Our attention span right now you have to be funny fast. You got 60 seconds to make me laugh when I'm not looking. You know what I'm saying? So the problem right now is not with the comics because that's their lane, it's what they do. The problem is with the promoters. Because you'll see those numbers on the internet and you'll see that 60 seconds and it's like, well, now let me book them because you believe that these people will have asses and seats. But you're putting them in a category that they didn't ask to be in. They're internet funny. They're not stand-up funny. Now, you put them on stand-up, and they can't give you what you think that they should be able to give you. You know what I'm saying? And now you're mad at them, or you'll book them before you book me because you're not looking at talent first. You're looking at numbers first, and then talent second. Internet numbers don't always convert to asses and seats. Not as far as I've ever been able to see. And I've been looked over a many a times because it was like, well, they got more Instagram followers, or they got more social media followers. They got a bigger they're an influencer. And I'm like, I influence people, but it's just in real life. It's in real life, it's in real time. You know, so I embrace them. I love them. Now, can I do what they do? Probably not. Will I try? Probably, because that's where we're moving to. So it's like, if nothing else, goddammit, you gotta give it a try. You gotta try it. Will I be successful? Probably not, but I'm definitely gonna try it. But I embrace them. I welcome them. If this is something that you wanna do, let's do it. But you can't compare apples and oranges, and that's what pisses me off. Like, don't compare us. We're two different. You wouldn't put me in the same category as a sketch comic, because I can't do what they do. I don't draw, that's not what I do. But you'll say, well, they got more numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I welcome them. I don't shun them out. A lot of people like, I don't really fuck with them. I fuck with them. I do. I think how social media has helped me is it allows me to get my content into the right hands a lot faster, is really what it is. It's like the express train, you know, whereas I would have to wait for somebody to say, well, we're gonna have a show next week and come out so that we can see you showcase. It's like, nah, here's, these people already right here are vouching for me. Here's my clip, go to my page, you know, and it helps with cross-branding too. Like a lot of times people are like, oh my God, you dress so nice. I wanna see you in my stuff. I wanna see my stuff on stage. So it helps me to meet a lot of people that I normally wouldn't meet. It helps me to be able to cross-promote with a lot of people that I normally wouldn't. So it's not all bad. Social media is pretty dope to me. It all depends on how you use it. I like it, except for when I'm going into Walmart and people like, is that Correy B? And I'm like, no, it's not me, because I got pajama pants on, crust up my face. You know, I'm a mama. I got to run out and get eggs sometimes. It's just the way the hell it is.